what's going on, everyone? It is Chris, and hey, look at us! We're on the bottom of the screen. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Chris, otherwise known as Maniac Gaming, and welcome to once again another episode of the Survivor podcast with my friend over here, Gocubs711.
Hi. Am I facing the right way?
Yes, you actually are. Hey!
Oh, awesome. Okay, so you know Congress. Congress is basically like a bunch of important people together. You could call that a board, right? Making decisions like a school board.
Mm-hmm.
And Congress passes bills, so that makes them a billboard.
Ah, I like that actually. Was that the one that I was gonna hate you?
I was hoping you would.
No. Wow. All right.
I'm kidding.
But no, I like that actually.
I guess doing.
I'm doing great. This is awesome. So I figured out a way that we could put our webcams in, especially since now Goku's internet's a lot better. He's at home now, and
I can upload.
And it's luckily
go to my channel.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too dark where my face is just gonna be darkness. At one point, you guys are just gonna see a black box in the bottom corner.
Knows.
But that's okay. So to refrain from that, let's go ahead and talk about the second to last episode of Survivor Worlds Apart. I'm so hyped. Wednesday is going to be a huge day.
I'm so excited.
I'm pumped. And this will be out a day earlier, too, since I have more time to actually upload this shit. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Alright. So let's go ahead and get started. Our good friend Gordon Holmes has written our recap that we read from. So let's go ahead and look at
bunch
this.
Of freeloaders.
Exactly. We take opportunity because we can't write our own recap.
Nope.
We kick things off after Tribal, where Mike tells us that he needs to find an idol or win the rest of these challenges, which is very true. Very true. He's in a very bad situation.
But he likes him.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Dan's not impressed, though, as the idol only saved Mike for one more cycle. He goes on to say, "To hell with Dan!" And he's like, and like, you do see at one point, like, them fighting. Like, you just see, like, yeah, Mike, whatever. You're just, he hates his, like, cocky attitude or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like you're more cocky, Dan, than anyone.
Yeah, Dan isn't exactly
he's
a
not.
good person.
No, he's not. All right,
or a good player.
Not by his choice. Carolyn, on the meanwhile, wants Dan to go because of his advantage.
Makes sense.
So she approaches Mike and spills the bees. Spills the bees?
Spills the bees. The bees are loose.
Spills the beans that the advantage is an extra vote. So, like, yeah, I'm surprised that at this point, though, like, not like this episode, but like in the past episodes, that he still hasn't used that advantage. Cause, I don't know. I feel like
he hasn't felt like he's needed to use it yet. So
yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But now we are on to the reward challenge, and the intense tribal music begins, or like the Survivor music, as they walk up. And so then we got the tribe. Alright, so the tribe will be divided into two teams of three. So the teams will run down a net that I can't read with you. Didn't it start like to be like the Star Wars music? Or like the dun 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 dun. So the teams will run down a net, then climb over some obstacles. From there, they'll use a hatchet to release blocks with letters on them. The first tribe to unscramble the 6-word phrase will win a chopper tour of Nicaragua and enjoy a surf and turf dinner. So on one side we have Ronnie, Dan, Sierra, and then on the other is Mike, Will, and Carolyn. And before the challenge starts, Ronnie hopes someone will be nice enough to give him their reward.
Notice that he doesn't say, "I hope someone will be nice enough to give me their reward," not, "I hope I can win this."
Right, exactly. The fact, like, as if he doesn't even want to try for the reward. He already knows.
He already knows he's not going to win. And he just expects someone to hand it to him.
Right, exactly. Maybe that's how he grew up. Everything was handed down to him. Who knows? And Mike just tells him off. He thinks it's tough to watch Ronnie suffer, but if he just wins, he'd be guaranteed to go. So, the challenge starts, and Team Ronnie... Yeah. The challenge starts, and Team Ronnie has a slight lead until the word puzzle. And then everything slows down.
An hour for them to figure it out.
And according to a video online, Dan was talking online, and he said that they broke a record, a Survivor record.
Yeah, they did.
For the
Jeff
longest.
said that.
Oh, did he actually say it on the?
Yeah, he said that in the show.
I might have missed it, but I remember Dan saying that at one point, or like in a video that I watched, that it was the world record, or the Survivor world record, and I just thought that was
the longest time to solve a puzzle. That's one thing to hold a record for.
Yeah, so an hour goes by, and they still can't get it, and
Jeff is just dropping hint after hint after hint.
Constantly these clues that it's like, oh my god, how are these guys not getting it?
It was excruciating.
It was really, like, I was just like, really? Really? And then Carolyn, finally, she's just like, oh my god, and she does the entire thing. They all scramble, and like Dan, Sierra, and Ronnie are just kind of sitting there like, oh,
like,
what? Whatever.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
That was smart. Yeah. That was smart the way they like set up their pieces so that the other team couldn't see it. Because like Mike was starting to look over, and then like the team was like, oh no, don't fucking.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So, Probst asks Carolyn. So Probst asks Carolyn if she wants to give her reward to Ronnie, and she ends up keeping it.
Very smart.
I was like, I saw her struggling, because like you could tell, like Carolyn, she's a nice person. Like she wants to be like, here, you can take my reward, but she's like, no. This is my experience, and I won fair and square. I was the one that figured out this puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and then just fucking Rodney. Well, first of all, we actually go to the reward first. So Mike pitches to Will and Carolyn to have a final three. So Carolyn is into it. She wants to have the two sides working together. Or I'm sorry, like she wants to be able to work both sides. And then Will is just kind of like, this is no.
Yeah, Will's not a fan.
Will's just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, man. He's a fucking, and he's just saying like all this offensive crap just comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, but like, you're literally with the two strongest players in the game right now.
They can take you to the end.
They could take you to the end.
And isn't there a second place prize?
I don't know.
I mean, because I know
there might be.
Because I know definitely Big Brother does.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's
I don't think there is one in Survivor. I know Big Brother definitely has one, but
yeah. I don't know. So then, back at camp, Ronnie is in his bitchy ass mood, just completely frustrated, and we lost you for a second.
No, I had my hand on the camera. I was doing something.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, alright. Just want to make sure. So, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Okay. My like, everything's like folding into one another on my computer. Oh. That's fun. That's always fun. Alright, so anyways, back at camp. So, like, Ronnie's bitching. He's just bitching about how, I've never been on a reward, and I'm dying here. It's food. I need food. Welcome to Survivor.
Yeah.
So Dan, though, finds a mystery fruit. I was praying that it was like some sort they eat it and it's just something that just causes them. I'm not someone to cause harm on anyone.
Right.
I don't want them to die.
Just mild indigestion.
Just mild, or just something that just makes them like vomit or something, and like just a few times. Nothing to like harm their system or anything like that. But just a little just to shut them both up. And they have a very nice feast, and Ronnie all of a sudden is just like, yo, yeah, I'm back in the game. Mike, once he's gone, we're going after Carolyn. Yeah, fuck her. Like he's getting into this Boston-esque like hardcore rant and be like, yeah, I'm back in it, man. And I'm just like, okay.
No, you're not.
You're just, the fact that you're starting to play the game now just kind of shows. Yeah. Okay. So then before we head to the challenge, Mike tells Sierra that Dan can only beat Will and Ronnie at Final Tribal. So just thinking of that, first of all, makes me want to throw up. The idea of a Dan, Will, and Ronnie Final 3 makes me want to, like, just cough up a lung. But Sierra starts, and also makes Sierra start thinking, like, yeah, well, I would automatically should be shut out. So she knows she's getting her little gears running in her head. So now we head to the immunity challenge. So players will use grappling hooks to retrieve 3 bags.
Jeff likes bags.
3 bags. Yeah, he likes those bags, all of them. To retrieve 3 bags of balls. He likes those bags of balls. It's always balls.
But I love balls.
Oh my god. Fucking elf. But the children love the books. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
So, and they use those balls to complete the table maze, which I wish I had a fucking table maze. Those are really so much fun.
I love those table mazes.
I would just love to have that for myself.
Oh, it's so good. So much fun.
So the first person to complete the maze wins immunity. So
simple enough.
The first person to grapple all 3 bags are Mike, Dan, and then Sierra and Will. So now it's Mike, Dan, Sierra, Will. They're all, like, about to get into this table maze. And we watch Mike's ball roll around the final hole for about a half hour. And then it finally drops in. America! America! Mike wins immunity for the, what is it, 3rd time or 4th time?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. He needs it, though.
He needs it. Well, I mean, yeah, if in dire circumstances like that, you need to keep on winning immunities. Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. So, now back at camp, Dan tells us that he wants to get rid of Carolyn. So that seems like the obvious choice. She's the one that's kind of starting to go off to Mike's side. Ronnie, Sierra, Will agree. That's the 2 people that he needs. And Sierra tells Dan that the others are targeting him. So then Ronnie, Will, and Carolyn ask Mike if they should get rid of Dan. And Mike takes the news and goes right to Dan.
Yep.
But Dan doesn't
believe Mike.
He's like,
it's so good. It's so great.
So instead of, I don't disagree with you, it's, I disagree with you.
I disagree with you.
I disagree
I think that you have never given me a chance for me to trust you.
He has, like, the big hand movements. You've never given me the shot. You just never given me a shot.
How can I trust you if you just always done all this to me?
He'd be great at karate.
You just need to complain about something.
You just need to complain about something, and then he's just like automatic black belt. There you go. So Dan does not buy it at all. But he does. He does start thinking, you know, maybe I should.
Maybe he's right.
Maybe I should use my special powers. So later on, Mike points out to Carolyn and Sierra that Dan and Ronnie are sleeping together, and thus are working together. And
well, it does mean that they think that they're safe, and I never thought about that before. But it's a really good point.
Yeah, that they're sleeping, and like you think that someone that has a shot going home would be awake and trying to get all the votes that he needs to stay in the game. But no, he's just sleeping. He's just sleeping, and he's just not wanting to...
He's enjoying himself, but not in the right ways.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, he thinks that they're targeting Carolyn. Now, this is very true, of course. And Carolyn, this is the point in the episode where I'm like, my God, if Carolyn does not fucking use her idol. I'm gonna lose my shit. And she starts thinking like, Mike is paranoid, but so far when Mike has been paranoid, he's been right. Which I'm so mad at.
That's why he's a good player.
Yeah, what I'm so mad about Mike with though is that like he should have told Dan and Sierra when he still had them on his side that he has overheard them plotting against him. That still bothers me that he didn't say that, but it's c'est la vie at this point. He's still alive. I mean, I guess you have to see what happens.
Still in the game.
So then that night at Tribal, here we go, Tribal time.
Oh boy.
So Ronnie's all of a sudden he's kind of talking and he's just like, what was the question? I'm sorry. he's completely out of it, and it's funny as hell. He says it's because of limited food.
Right. But you've got the magic, the mystery fruit.
Right, exactly.
You're all better now. I thought you were ready to take on Mike and win the game.
Yeah, right. And can you repeat the question, Jeff?
This guy.
Do you know, yeah. I can't believe this guy.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's going on.
This guy.
What the hell?
What the hell? No, can I ask you though? Like, do you what do you think was that fruit? Because I'm curious.
I'm gonna look it up.
Like it was like a green solid like fruit, and I was thinking about.
Where does the season take place?
Nicaragua. For like the upteenth time.
Keep talking.
But anyways, so he's like having so much issues talking, and then eventually Ronnie admits that he's sick of being around the same people for so long. Yet he is sticking to his alliance, and yet he's still in the game. He hasn't quit, which I guess is fair. You shouldn't quit in the game. And Carolyn knows her head is on the chopping block, so she is nervous. And Dan believes that he is in trouble too. And
I found out what it was called.
Oh, what is it?
It's called a goyaba.
A goyaba. It sounds like fuck. It sounds like a kind of like a Simlish type word. Goyaba.
Goyaba. Bit. But it's a fruit in Nicaragua.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So Will is also nervous.
Of course. For some reason.
For whatever reason. Honestly,
he thinks he's a threat.
I'm sorry. I think Will or Ronnie, they're like very, very, very easy for them to be like file 3 like bait.
Yeah,
file 3 bait. Easy. Because no one's gonna vote for them. They're both dicks. So Dan thinks tonight would be a good time to use his advantage. But next Tribal could be better. So then we get to voting time. So voting, so we don't get to see a single vote. We don't know what any of the votes are.
Which is good.
And then now Probst tallies. And then, I'm sorry, I should say this. So he says, I'm going to go tally the votes, and then
Dan's like,
whoa, hold on, man.
Hold on. I want to use my special vote.
What was oh fuck, I'm now gonna forget it. Who was the who was the tribal castaway that he just was like, yo Jeff? No, I just wanted to say that. It happened a few episodes ago.
Oh no, yeah.
I forget who it was.
Was it this season?
Yeah. Oh, Max. It was Max.
Max. Yeah.
Yo, Max. I'm sorry. Yo, Jeff.
Yo, Jeff.
I just kind of wanted to say that. So I guess now Dan got a chance to say that. So Dan
actually had something.
Right. Exactly. So Dan then has it's special voting time for Dan. So Dan goes up and he writes his vote down and now time to tally the votes and before he reads them. Someone's responding outside, but hold on. All of a sudden you see, I'm not gonna take a risk, Jeff. Carolyn, awesome.
Yep. Tyler's expression was the best.
Tyler was just like, Mama C. Mama C. There you go.
He's been on enough football teams to know.
that was a touchdown right there, Mama C. That was a touchdown. All right.
That was point after good.
Or if you want to go into my department, the field goal. So we get 5 votes in a row for Carolyn. She's dancing in her seat. Mike is just like, yeah.
Mike, you glorious bastard.
Mike was the one that planted the seed in her head. Yeah. And then you get 1 vote for Dan. And ladies and gentlemen,
wow, vote.
Ooh, Dan.
Dan. Goodbye, Dan.
Peace out. It was just like, that was just like, satisfaction. That guy, I mean, you gotta give him credit. He is going to be remembered, but just not in the right way.
I'm not gonna remember him.
I feel like he's gonna end up, if there's gonna be another like heroes versus villains season. He's gonna be a villain. He's gonna be a villain.
Bring him back. Oh.
I don't see why they would. Is Dan on the, like... No, he's not.
No, it's Joe, Max, and
Mike.
Mike,
yeah.
And Shereen and...
Carolyn, and then...
Carolyn.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Hey. I mean, I guess it was a decent...
By the way, Survivor Second Chance, go vote, and vote for Spencer Bledsoe.
Vote for Spencer. That's right. I think we talked about it last time. But yes, vote for Spencer.
Either way, go vote for him, please.
Vote for him. Vote for Spencer. Vote for Spencer and Max.
No.
Come on, that would be the basic
I still haven't voted for Max yet. I don't want him back.
Alright. So this is what we're going to do. So the past few weeks, what we've been doing is we have been choosing the people that we feel will be eliminated. Now, since the finale is this Wednesday, there's gonna be multiple eliminations, and then yes, few days, or for by the time you guys see this, it'll be tomorrow. But anyway, so
it's tomorrow, guys.
Yes, it's tomorrow. I'm hype. So we're gonna have all the eliminations, and then we're gonna have a winner. So what are we deciding on? Are we thinking like final 2, final 3?
I was thinking like ranker top 5.
Yeah, just ranker top 5. Okay, so I will begin. I'm gonna put on edit mode as I'm sitting here. So you guys get to see my little little pictures running
Pop
around.
Up.
Yeah. So I think
I shook my laptop violently.
I
can do it more.
Right, exactly. So this is the situation that I think I'm gonna be in. For some reason, I'm not able to click on certain things. That's fun. All right. So I'm just gonna be circling around a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna place boom, boom, and boom, and boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this is my final 5. So I think next week we see in the previews, Mike says this is a $1 million mistake or something like that. So that makes me think he's gonna. Maybe he might not make it. Maybe he might not make it to the final. So I think that Mike is gonna be the first one eliminated on Wednesday. 5. So he's number 5. Number 4, Carolyn is gonna end up winning immunity.
Okay.
On that last one, she is gonna send the biggest threat to her home, and that is Sierra.
All right.
I could see a situation where she'd send Rodney home, but it's gonna be Sierra. I'll switch this around. In the case of a final 3, the final 3 would be Carolyn, Will, and Rodney. However, in the case of the final 2, best case scenario would be Will and Carolyn.
Okay.
If that's the case, if
Carolyn winning, obviously.
Carolyn winning. Rodney has never been good at challenges. Will has never been good with challenges. Carolyn's gonna probably gonna win that last immunity challenge. So Rodney, Will, and Carolyn would be the final 3, or Will and Carolyn would be final 2, and Carolyn would end up being the survivors. Now, as you speak, I'll be moving the pictures around. So,
okay,
what you got?
All right. So, for me, I think the first person out. I think that I really want Mike and Carolyn to do something together.
Okay.
And I think that after
I hope so too. Honestly,
yeah,
I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Yeah. After I think that Mike tipped off Carolyn and they were both really happy about the outcome, I think Carolyn's going to be like, "Hey, I should work with Mike on this."
Right.
So I think number 5 to go home is going to be Rodney. So fifth place is going to be Rodney.
Oh God, I'm like my photos are all over the place
go,
right
go,
now.
Go.
Okay. Yes, I have Rodney at the very end.
Rodney.
Yes.
Okay. 4th place is going to be Will.
Will. Okay. So they're gonna keep Sierra around. Okay, that's good.
I think so, and this is where I'm a little bit. It's going to like change a little bit. If it's final 2, Carolyn will be 3rd place.
Okay.
Leaving Sierra and Mike in the top 2 with Mike winning it all.
Yeah, that would be easy.
If it's final 3, Carolyn, Mike, and Sierra will be the final 3.
Okay.
And Mike will win, Carolyn will get 2nd, Sierra will get 3rd.
Okay. So like Sierra and Carolyn would be like kind of interchangeable then.
Yeah, depending on if it's final 2 or 3.
Okay, so we'll put them like right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. So no, I'll just leave it like this. So yeah. So that's pretty much, and that kind of coincides with the way that we're kind of predicting how we were predicting our winners as well. So that should be interesting. So what are some things that you are expecting?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So what do you like? What are some things that you're expecting for the finale? Like where like other than like what's happening in the actual game? Like where are some things that you're looking forward to?
That the final immunity challenge is something big and not an endurance test. Tests of endurance,
well, the last,
holding a pot.
The very last
stacking things.
The very last
challenge.
Yeah, the last challenge of last season I thought was really interesting. With like the giant
yes, pyramid. I love those. I love those challenges.
That was a really sick challenge because there's like a whole mess of things that are happening in that challenge.
They need to do those instead of the balancing one because the balancing ones they definitely take a lot of skill to pull off. I'm not going to doubt that, but at least for TV's sake, the bigger ones are so much more fun to watch, and I'm sure more fun to do for the contestants, and it would get me more pumped up to want to do well in the challenge. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's my biggest hope for this finale.
Yeah.
And that Rodney doesn't make it to the finals.
Or will.
Either
one.
No.
For me, I agree with you with the endurance challenge. I really want them to bring back the walk that they take when they look at it. I love that because it's kind of like
my dad is like completely opposite of you. He hates those.
Oh, he hates.
He just thinks they're really like unnecessary and superfluous.
I understand that. Like it kind of it's like that filler to kind of extend it for the 2-hour 3-hour period. For me, I kind of like it because it kind of reminds you of like, oh, this is who they had to take out in order to get here.
Yeah, I do like that sort of remembering aspect.
The remembering aspects, and the past few seasons they haven't done it. And I understand it for the most part. Like I understand that people just don't like it. It's just a waste of time. But I don't know. I think it's fun to kind of look back at the season and like, wow, I forget about this person. Like remember and Vince.
Yeah.
So who we thought was gonna actually win the whole fucking thing at first.
I know. Okay, so you I don't think you were around for when this happened, but in like earlier seasons of Survivor, at the very end, Jeff would like take the votes, and then he'd either get on a jet ski or a helicopter, and then like go all the way to New York. Like it's implied that he rode that all the way to New York, where the finale was.
Really, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's really cheesy though.
It's really cheesy, but I feel like that'd be awesome. Like he just gets on like a motorcycle or like a dirt bike. He's just like,
well, no, he gets on a jet ski usually.
He gets on a jet ski or something
because he like goes over the ocean.
Imagine just like, all right, I'll see you there, and he's like on like he's on like a raft where he's just gonna be like swimming. No, he just like jumps in the water. He just like swims himself there.
Rips his shirt off.
Like he gets really into it. Yeah. Or just like, all right, I'll see you there. And he kind of just levitates.
I'm secretly hoping for that to happen.
He levitates all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, all right, see you there.
Yeah, he has the ability to do that. He is Jeff Probst.
Yeah, he's Jeff Probst. As long as he's naked,
Like in 2.5 Men.
Like in 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Remember, man, when you were naked in the 2.5 Men episode, and just like
yeah.
Shut up.
We don't talk about that. Those were dark days.
Oh, I love that. All right, well, that's really it. I can't really say much else. Anything that you'd like to say for finale or anything?
I'm really pumped, and I'm hopefully I get to watch it on time. If my dad comes home late, I'm gonna watch it with him, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's 3 hours long, 3 hours of our life. It's great.
Love it.
It's fucking awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then later that night, it's the finale of David Letterman.
Oh.
David Letterman's going away after all these years.
And then Stephen Colbert comes.
Stephen Colbert comes. That's gonna be awesome. I'm excited about that. All right, guys.
Yes.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.